Let's get after it. All right, this is your man, Coach Asher, who makes you faster. We're coming at you with some informative information once again. Now today, we're gonna interview Coach D, my man, Derek Knight, and we're gonna talk about beginning hurdling. Okay, something very dear to both of us. We're gonna have another expert coach give his opinion and answers for the people. So, first thing I wanna answer is for all-comer season, beginning part of track season, what's some of the important things we need to do for beginning hurdlers? People watch this channel who are just starting to hurdle, their coaches really don't know how to teach them right. What are some things they should do?
Well, you definitely want to start with hurdle mobility.
Okay.
And now that it's all-comer season, you want to try to get your athletes in a competitive setting to try to see where they are so you can start making some adjustments to their technique. I pay a lot of attention to detail.
Go! Run off! That was better. So look, don't come off the hurdle and give up your forward momentum and now your hips are in front of your shoulders. Okay? The difference between you and everybody else, bring the trail leg here to push, and don't bring the trail leg here for all your energy to go this way. You actually want to force the energy into the next barrier.
First things you do in identifying a hurdler. If you got 10 kids lined up, I want to run a hurdle, what's the first thing you do to see who out of those 10 is a hurdler?
Okay, the first thing I do is I take one hurdle out and I just tell them to go over a hurdle. And what I'm looking at first and foremost is which leg I'm going to determine is going to be the trail leg. So I'll have them go over with both legs. Whichever leg looks the best for a trail leg situation, the opposite leg is going to be their lead leg.
I look at the same thing, I look at for aggressiveness. So for that person, let's speak on. I had people ask me, is there a height requirement? Am I too sure? You talked about it, but specifically addressing it for those people who think, what height do I need to be? Those hurdles are tall. Those 39-inch hurdles for guys, you know.
And there is no height requirement. I don't think anybody is too short or somebody's too tall. Anybody who has a pulse, who actually will go out and work on these core muscles here in the hips, can hurdle. For girls, the hurdle height is only 30 to 33 inches, depending on if you're gonna run 100 hurdles or 300 hurdles. Yeah, for guys, there's a few things. For guys, it's very important that when you do hurdle, that you always stay on the balls of your feet. So even if you feel like you're a little height challenged, if you can just run on the balls of your feet, that is gonna be very essential. That would be rule number one for me for hurdling is you have to stay on the balls of your feet.
Let's talk about just the beginning of the race and these hurdlers who aren't very experienced going from the block to the first hurdle. You know, just some things you'd say, because a lot of times what I've seen as a coach, when you got beginning hurdlers that become scared, you know, or you know, they'll spend too much time in the air of the hurdle. So what's the basic thing you can teach a beginning hurdler on getting to the ground?
Yeah, the most important thing is you have to understand that the arms are the basis for all sprinting and hurdling. So you have to look at what the arms are going to be doing on the front side of the hurdle to in between the hurdle. So when you're coming out of the blocks, the arms are the most important thing when it comes to sprinting and hurdling. So the first thing I'm looking at is the arms.
Okay. This man's got so much knowledge right here that he's like, man, how do I even do this in 30 seconds?
Yeah, see, but I'm always going to start with the arms. It's always going to start with the arms. So what I would look at, and it depends on the height of the athlete, the level of expertise of the athlete, because everybody's going to start on a different level. So for me, like I have a young lady out here right now. She had a race yesterday, and what she's not doing is she's getting to the hurdle and she's not using her arms. So for me, what I'm looking at is I'm looking at how aggressive you can be with your arms so you can get back on the ground. It's all about what you do when you're on the ground. The hurdle is just an obstacle that's in the way, that's preventing you from getting to your destination. So you really have to be active with your arms to get your feet back in the ground to get into your sprint. So for me, we're always going to start with the arms, and then we're going to tweak everything from there.
And there we go, and I agree, and that's what we've been saying. Arms are everything. Arms are everything in sprinting, arms are everything in hurling. So there you go. Any questions, contact us. Gold Medal Excellence. We'll be back next week.